All right, I got a mouthful of food and I'm rude.
Oh, gosh. Are we going?
We're going.
We're going right now, man. These cookies are too good to put down.
Yeah, I started the music almost instinctually and then was like, oh, my God, wait a minute. What am I doing?
Yeah,
There's no turning back. And I figured after like 20 seconds of music, people would have tuned away. So.
Right.
But what's up? I'm Justin.
I'm JP.
And I'm still eating.
Yeah.
But we are the Podcasting Dead. Before we get this podcast going, please note that somewhere, either before or after, so if it's not there yet, it will be soon, we got another podcast coming out today that's a day late, Random Rambling Wednesdays.
Yes, we did it yesterday. Now it's all like, Justin, I'm busy. Let's do it tomorrow. We'll just knock 2 out. And
and I was like, no, we can't do that. We got to have it on Wednesday. And then I forgot to upload
But
it.
no, it's good. We knocked it out. It's on deck. So, yeah. Good stuff coming up.
2 for 1 today.
Yeah.
Still having trouble with the playlist on the home screen. So if anybody knows or could help me, it would be much appreciated. But so let's get this going. Looking at the comments section, if you have never been to our channel before, we talk about The Walking Dead, but we do a lot of other stuff. Actually, one of our good friends just moved into what she claims is like a very old, like 1800s house, and she says that she even told me, no kidding, and I'm trying to get JP to come down so we can explore it.
No.
It's supposed to be a humongous house. She said that a woman from Texas, people have reported hearing babies crying and like rockers rocking and stuff, and said a woman from Texas who had no idea about any kind of haunted folklore with the house flew down to look at it because she wanted to buy it, something maybe like with the Historical Society. I don't know, some reason, but she wasn't from here. Said she walked in and just had like this epiphany and was like, I feel like a kid died here, like maybe 2.5 years old. And like that's exactly what happened. So either, which the logical person in me is like, she might have done some research she didn't tell anybody about. But I don't know, maybe she didn't. But so she's moving in, and we want to go explore it. And
y'all are absolutely sure there's not an actual child crying somewhere in this house?
I mean, after like 100 years of reports, I figured it wouldn't be a child. It'd be pretty creepy if it was like 100-something-year-old man up there crying.
And still sounds like a child.
I guess he's, eating on rodents and just depositing his feces in the attic?
Oh, gosh. I hope he's doing something better than that with it.
I don't know. But, but we talk about The Walking Dead. We want to start looking at haunted places. We got a lot of things we want to do.
Yes.
And very little time to do it. But still, we're ambitious. And
we try to be.
But let's go to the first question. When is Daryl going to finally get a haircut and a shower? I can't imagine what he smells like. He probably smells like straight up ass.
Probably.
Like ass. Unwashed, gross ass. He's a badass. That's why he ain't got no booty, man. Everybody's like, Daryl needs to get that butt, which I've said that too. You've said that.
Yeah.
We've all been like, Daryl needs to get that. That's why Daryl don't have any relationships on the show. His ass stinks.
Maybe so, man. I've seen some grimy dudes, though, get with some hot chicks.
That's why, but like 5 years of unwashed, grimy dudes.
Some of them like that, like, ripe ball smell, man.
That's so gross. That is so gross. But I don't know. It's like Carol, every time she wants to get intimate with him, she gets close to him and she's just like,
a whiff.
She's like, I'm going to give him that butt. She gets close and she's like, oh my God, he smells like ball sack.
Yeah, gets that wet dog smell.
Yeah, so I bet he stinks. Random Rambling should be renamed JP Sexcapades. Oh, brother.
No.
Brother, sister, I don't know if you're a guy or girl. You actually just have letters for the name SSRCR85. But let me tell you, friend, SSCR, whatever. Wait till you hear this week's Rambling Wednesday. It is straight up sex scandal, and it's JP's sex scandal. So
I was a little alarmed to hear that my companions, whatever you want to call who she lives with,
sexual
that she
partner,
used to be with, he has some pretty intimate details about what we do under the covers, as far as
like super intimate. Like it makes me uncomfortable to think that someone can know that much about your private life,
like that icky, gooey stuff that sometimes gets left behind.
Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah,
man, you just
knows a lot of grimy details.
Now, keep in mind if you go listen to / watch that video podcast. Remember, Rambling Wednesdays or Random Rambling Wednesdays is the one time of the week that we're straight R-rated. Like,
that's right.
It is not for something to be listened to. We try to keep these and The Walking Dead's at least, not G-rated, but at least to the point where if your kid's in the room, it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
Like, we'll allude to naughty stuff, but we won't straight up talk about the white goo.
Right.
We'll only allude to it.
But Random Ramblings, anything is fair game. So just be prepared. We don't want you to go in and get upset with us. We want you to know.
that's
So
the
if you
last
get
thing we
offended
want.
easily or you don't like vulgarity or things like that, maybe just steer away from that podcast. Keep listening to these so you can keep that innocent view of us. Mm-hmm. But moving ahead, because actually we are crunched for time today.
A little bit.
Jeep says, geez, guys, I'm old enough to be your moms. One of my sons is the same age as you.
What?
Mail call. Justin, I know you're a big fan of Rick. But what if this was, say, 20 years from now, and your daughter brought home a guy like him? Would you be okay with that? Like Rick? Hell yeah. If I mean, I don't like that he could probably kick my ass, but I mean, bite my throat out. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Rick Grimes is an honorable dude. He's got integrity. He's smart. He cares about people. No, oh, absolutely. I'd be more than okay with having Rick Grimes as my son-in-law or just dating my daughter.
My head's venturing into very strange territory. So let's move on. Yep.
This should be Rambling Wednesday for you, shouldn't it? Too bad we can't do like cutaways where it's like, click this link to hear my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Deanne's been commenting on the last couple mail.
love Deanne.
Yeah, so thank you so much for sticking with us, Deanne. Sorry for the repeat question. I'm not sure if I got my last one. If you got my last one on my ankle, it's 6 to 8 months to heal, and I can't run anymore. Now I'm looking forward to walking my first. Sorry, it printed it all weird.
Huh.
Now, basically saying that she hurt her ankle, and it's taken her like 6 to 8 months to heal, and she's a runner, and she can't run anymore, but she's looking forward to a 5K. All right, you all are so amazing to a knowledgeable. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It's the cookie.
It must be the cookie.
It's so good. Like
It's muddled your brain.
I'm reading, but I'm just thinking about taking a bite of the cookie.
Oh, brother.
25
cents for this big box of cookies. It's not a big box of cookies, but still, it's a good deal.
And I hate dark chocolate, but it's good on them cookies.
I love dark chocolate, baby. Darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Too bitter for me. But all right. So basically, okay, you all are so amazing to a knowledgeable us listeners. I think like acknowledge is what. Probably typing that on the phone. Whenever I type stuff on the phone, too, it just never comes out the way I want. I appreciate how you make me laugh hysterically. And she's the social worker who says hugs to JP. Because
right.
She said you bring out her social worker.
I'd always use a good hug.
Especially from a social worker. And JP has some things he needs to get out there. All right. And we get asked this question a lot. So we're going to answer it and just kind of go by it real quick. Basically, it's what happened to Matt. Basically, Matt just works a different schedule than we do now. That's what the gist of it. Matt and I were working early in the mornings, and JP was just basically coming across town to be on it. But then now Matt works a midday shift where he comes in much later than he originally come in around 6, and now he's coming in around 11.
Yeah,
and he's not at that end of the Walking Dead.
To be frank, he is a little burnt out on the subject matter, and he's just kind of pursuing other things.
Right. So it's no ill will. Actually, we were just drinking with him.
Yeah.
What, Saturday, Friday was that when we were with him?
Friday, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, no, it's still lots of love there. It's just not not something he's really into. Let's see. Dana the doula. Is that how you say it? Doula? Mm-hmm. It's got to do with childbirth. Anyways, true or false? Rick and Maggie leaving the show was the best thing that happened to Tara because she would have ended up with her head on a pike. I don't know, and I don't really care. I don't like Tara. I don't hate Tara by any means, but she's just one of those care. I really don't care.
She's there, but
right.
But I mean, it definitely frees up more screen time for her. So I'm
for
sure.
sure.
She's happy about that.
I mean, I like the more mature Tara. I got really burnt out on her with the whole Dwight thing last season. It's like within an ep. I mean, I get he saved her life and all of that, but that whole I'm going to kill Dwight. I'm not going to kill Dwight. Daryl, you don't care. It's just an example of how they sometimes flip-flop these characters. And I get that people do change opinions, but like it just happens so fast. You know what I mean? Like life's not like that. I might hate you and want to kill you. You might do something for me, and I might say, I still want to kill the bastard. You know what I mean? I don't like, but over time, I might,
right.
But it's just, but they do that a lot. Well, they used to.
There's a lot of like B and C characters that were very happy to see a couple of leads leave.
Oh, I'm sure. She was a worthless character for a few seasons, and the only reason she got more screen time is because Rick and Maggie left. Believe it or not, besides Daryl, Carol, and Michonne, Tara is one of the earliest characters on The Walking Dead. Now, you're right. She showed up in, season 3?
That sounds about right.
No, season 4. Season 4, yeah, because season 3 was the season 3 finale is where the governor and his people were run off from the prison. They want the straight up battle. And then so season 4. So, yeah, it's hard to believe that's 5 seasons from 4 to 9 that she's been on. Yeah. Let's see. Moving on down. James Gallegos. Probably said that wrong. Apologies. Since The Walking Dead is in the zombie apocalypse, what would it take for them to jump the shark on the show? I think for the zombies to start talking like real zombies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the whispers would have been what people probably thought, I just don't think that would have went over well. Like, even if it was cool and done right, I feel like after that, there's nothing else you can do. Like, once that happens, you're done.
I think to don't jump the shark, like they find like a scientist who actually knows what caused it and how to cure the zombie apocalypse, because that's always been just kind of like the prime directive. We don't know what caused it. We don't know how to cure it. It just is what it is, and that's it.
Right.
So.
Right.
If they actually like seek and find a cure, I think that's when, you know.
Yeah, I definitely think finding. I mean, it just kind of puts it to rest. You know, It's like, okay, we have a cure. Let's just start curing people.
And watch, I say that in like the Rick Grimes solo movie. That's all it's going to be.
It could
about.
be, yeah.
Like Rick's looking for a cure, and he finds a cure, and now he's headed back to Alexandria to, you know, save everyone.
I love your movie trailer voice.
Oh, you love it, don't you?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Wait, that sounds wrong. I've never in my life told JP to do it.
The tale of 2 podcasters. One incredibly well. We'll just end it right there. PG-13. I was getting ready to go into butthole stuff.
Stay out of my butthole, JP.
I try my best.
Stay out of my butthole.
I mean, it's right there. What do you want?
You'd have to. We're sitting pretty far apart. You'd have to make an effort to get here, and just know that I'm pretty good.
It's not like I could just lean forward.
I have a pen, and I'm pretty good at stabbing.
You think you're the first person to tell me that? I've had people with much sharper objects than that, you know.
I don't have I'm one of those guys that always has a pocket knife, and go figure, we're having a conversation about me stabbing you for trying to violate my butthole.
Right.
And I don't have my knife today.
Of course not. I know how to pick my spots. Yeah.
All right, Alex Jimenez, longtime listener, says, thank you so much for answering our questions. It's our pleasure, Alex.
We love it.
This is definitely my favorite YouTube channel. Well, you rock. I'd buy you a beer if you were close right now after all those compliments. Also, the final season of The Walking Dead game should be finished up by the end of March. Keep up the great work, guys. You keep this Florida boy entertained. P.S. I'm hungry. You should talk about food. Hey, I love Florida. And being that we're both on the radio and we have morning shows, we both do Dumb Criminal News. And I'm not kidding you, Alex. A ton of it comes from Florida. I think it's just because you're such a big state, though. Florida's a big state.
I don't know if it's because a lot of like tourists come down there and get drunk and get into trouble.
That could be a lot to. Yeah, it could have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, man, keep rocking from Florida. I was just there a year or two ago, hanging out
since I was like a teenager.
I love Florida.
I might not even been a teenager. I don't know.
Illogically Insane says, #random rambling. JP is going to need to take notes to run a conspiracy podcast. Get him a notebook that says R.I.P. Ken on the front to take notes and make him start showing you he's working on it.
Yeah,
on the ball, JP.
I do need to take notes because
it's on the ball. They're telling you to get your shit together so we can do this podcast. Jesse, our friend, is just so excited.
Scheduling has held us back more.
That's what he says.
Scheduling.
That's what he says.
But we're going to get it together.
All right. Cindy, I can't pronounce your last name, but I know you listen a lot. Happy Friday, dudes. Happy Friday. No, wait, they were listening on Friday. Today's Thursday. I got excited for a second. I was like,
I was getting a little confused.
This is interesting, JP. You're getting a lot of love in the comments section this week. Yeah, I think I think the people are loving on you. I'm just like the ugly stepchild in the corner, like, hey, I exist.
Well, you know who else was an ugly stepchild? Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I think he was.
So what you're saying is I am the ugly stepchild, but I could become a beautiful.
You may have magical powers to destroy me. I don't know.
All right, this one is especially for you. And at first I was like, why does JP get a special question? And then I read it and I was like, yeah, that's definitely for JP, not for me. Okay. So this is, and I'm just gonna instead of saying the F word, I'm gonna say screw. Okay, this is a special screw, marry, and kill scenario just for you. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Claimer Joe, Savior Jarrett, and Henry.
Okay, Claimer Joe. I remember Daryl was running with the Claimers.
Right.
They ended up being the pedophiles that Rick had to bite the throat out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right.
You might not get to get with Claimer Joe, because he might just jump on Henry, and you could make your escape.
And who's the
which is not cool. Pedophilia is not cool.
No, we've never been a pro-pedophilia. Even in the ancient Greek days, Socrates, I think he had a young squire or something that was probably fondling his B-sack, but that's beside
His
the point.
B-sack.
Yeah, who's the second one in line?
Oh, Xavier Jarrett, the douchebag.
The douche.
The dude with the long hair. Morgan killed him, got his face spit off and all that stuff.
Okay, that guy. Okay.
He's also he's been in a couple of things I've seen recently, and he's been a douche in every one. He's like a henchman douche. Well, I just was watching something this weekend, and he was in it.
Okay.
I'll have to think on that, though. But you go ahead.
And then we've got Young Henry. This is a tough
Claimer
one.
Joe, Xavier Jarrett, and Henry.
Claimer Joe's a pedophile, and I think
Claimer Joe wasn't doing anything. It was actually just one of his henchmen that was trying to molest Carl.
Yeah, but you have to assume that if you're running with pedophiles, you're probably effing little kids too.
True. And the dude probably wouldn't have done it or thought it was okay unless he knew that Joe would.
Right. And you really want to kill a pedophile. But at the same time, if I kill... okay, I've got it. I would Claimer Joe just to give him a taste of his own medicine. I would kill Henry because if I did anything else to Henry, I would be a pedophile.
Right.
And I would, I guess, marry the douchey savior.
That's brilliant. That's a brilliant way to look at it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Connie Guzman says, JPMC Mo Naughty, how do I DMPM you? Oh, man. I don't know if JP's lady friend would be too fond of that.
Look.
They're already going through some kind of drama right now, which you can hear about by going and checking out our Random Rambling Wednesdays
The DMs are a little cloudy right now. Look, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to figure out a safe and convenient way for us to connect, and I'll get back to you. And that's it. I recently started experimenting with Periscope, and I'll keep you updated.
All right, let's see. Brianne McCann says, hey, guys, what are you guys looking forward to the most with the upcoming Whisperers? Justin, stay sweet and get some rest. Or caffeine works too. JP, do you have ADD? You truly are a special cat. Peace, guys. Until next time. What's funny is I actually have ADD. I have ADD bad. Yeah. Like I was diagnosed at a really young age. And I was telling you I need to get some Adderall or something.
Ooh, I love Adderall.
To focus at work. We would probably like it for different reasons.
My boy ZDP, man, he used to hook me up with the Adderall.
I don't think JP's that ADD. I think JP just in the mornings is sometimes he's just not a morning person.
Yeah.
Would you say you have ADD? Have you ever been diagnosed with it?
No, I don't think I have ADD.
Now, when I say ADD,
I don't
Brianne,
exactly even know what ADD is. So.
Attention deficit disorder. He's definitely not ADHD. He's not hyper.
My mind wanders. No, I'm not hyper at all. I'm very lethargic.
Yeah, that's as I get older, that becomes increasingly more present, like just being lethargic, just not really feeling like doing anything. But no, JP's not ADD. Now when I say it's not like I'm not crippling ADD, I mean, I've done a lot in life.
Very functional.
It's worked, but I'm a high functioning ADD. But let's see. Zod4, a longtime listener, such a nice guy. Hey, did y'all pick up the new Young Justice by Brian Michael Bendis? I didn't. Did you?
No, I sure didn't. No.
I saw that, though.
I don't pick up a heck of a lot of DC stuff. I have like a Batman, Superman action, Green Lantern, but I'm definitely more of a Marvel guy. I like a lot of DC stuff, but I'm more of a Marvel guy.
Right. I'm more of an Image guy.
Yeah, I love Image as well.
I think that's probably my favorite. But yeah, between Marvel and DC, I probably do lean a little bit more Marvel, but it's probably just, I don't know, I feel like there's just a lot more variety, and it's just the shiznit right now.
Yeah.
Even though Marvel really Marvel disappoints me quite a bit. I was going to say their endings to a lot of their big stories really disappoint me.
Yeah, well, it's a weird thing, like a writer wants to do this big like ground-shaking climactic ending, right? But at the end of the day, the next writer's got to pick up and like reestablish the status quo,
carry on from that.
There's only so much you can do,
But let's see. Where was I going? Red Rum Review says, first, show some love to the Podcasting Dead. Smash that like button. Red Rum, you're awesome.
Love it.
You're awesome. Brian Akeem, thanks for answering my question. Thanks for asking your question, Brian. Zod4 again says, hey, let me know if you need some help setting Twitch up or need a moderator for the chat. I actually moderate the Twitch channel for PewDiePie's video editor, so I got your back. Yes, Zod, yes. I want to get JP in on it. I can't promise that's going to happen, but I definitely would like to start doing a little bit of video game stuff.
After the podcast, explain to me what Twitch is, and we'll go from there. Basically,
it's like, remember when we recorded playing the game?
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't have to do any of that. Twitch live streams it.
Oh, wow.
So basically, it just streams it live while you're playing. You can talk to the audience. They can send you messages while you're playing, all of that. And that might be the way to go.
All right.
Zod, I have a question for you. Can you save Twitch videos? Because if you can, then that's what we'll do going forward. Then we don't have to deal with any of the hassle of last time of all the setup and recording and editing. We could just stream the game, do it live.
Yeah.
And coming down to the last two, Brian Hakeem says Ken deserved better. Brian Hakeem is definitely, putting out the good fight for our dearly departed Ken.
I'm exactly sure who Ken was, but
let's see. Mail call. Would you rather have a 1-inch long penis or a 24-inch long penis? And then Connie Guzman says, that's a good question. I'd like to know the answer.
Well, you want to handle this one?
I mean, a 24-inch long penis. It was something ridiculous, like 24 feet, obviously. I'd be like, dude, I'd just deal with a little dick than dragging a big one.
Right.
Especially in a zombie apocalypse. Stop looking at me like that, man. I feel so seduced.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. I mean, a 1-inch penis versus 24. I feel like 24 is not that undoable. I mean, you might have to tape it to your leg when you're running from zombies. But my question is 24 inches, is that fully... erect and excited, or is this like when it's just swinging and
flaccid,
doing its thing?
My thing is
that changes stuff.
If it was right here and now, I mean, I think it's easier to have a 24-inch dong and have it trimmed down than to have a 1-inch dong.
Can you trim down a dong though? I don't think it works like that, JP.
I think you can. I would think you can. I mean, if you can
turn a dong into a vajayjay.
I was gonna say if you can reconfigure a female equipment to be male equipment. I don't know exactly what the procedure is, but like I said, I think you could trim one down easier than you could to,
if that was possible, then yeah. I mean, ultimately, I think any guy's like, well, if I'm going to please my woman, I'd much rather just have the 24-inch, which I'm sure would be quite painful. We don't know about how big around it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, 1 inch it's not doing anybody any good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know they say it's not the length, it's the motion of the... No, a 1-inch penis ain't doing nothing for nobody.
No.
Not even for the person with the penis.
I don't think so either.
You know what I mean? So I guess I'd have to go with 24 on this. We agreed, 24?
Yeah, I would try to get it trimmed down, but I mean...
Go to the doctor, be like, I just need a little off the sides.
Yeah, I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Manscape for me while you're down there.
And if not, there's probably a lot of consenting farm animals that would be happy to oblige me. So, there you go.
And sadly, I don't feel like that was just for the sake of a joke.
I'm not going to say it's never crossed my mind, but hey.
Hey, whatever gets you there, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's, I guess, going to wrap up this week's Mail Call podcast. It was a little bit, getting a little bit less in comments on these, but that's just the way YouTube goes. It goes up and down. Sometimes you go a few weeks with less interaction. Some weeks it just gets so overloaded we don't get to every question.
Peaks and valleys.
But yeah, so thank you so much for your comment. Don't forget to comment on this video. Hashtag Mail Call. Let us know what your question is. And as you see from that last question, we'll pretty much answer anything you throw us. It don't have to be Walking Dead related. This is just for us to get to know you and vice versa.
We want to hear from you, and that's it.
So much conviction there. Have an appreciation for that. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. We will see you. Well, we might have something tomorrow because you don't have a breakfast bonanza morning show. So
no, I don't.
Maybe we could.
I'm down.
We'll find something. We'll see you tomorrow for sure. That'll be 3 this week. Tell JP 2 things in the comment section. Tell him to get on the ball with the Conspiracy Podcast.
Okay.
And tell him that you want to see him play some video games. And you want us to explore haunted houses. Just tell JP to get his ass in gear and go.
All right. I hear the people.
We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Justin.
And I'm JP.
And we're the Podcasting Dead.